University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello. It's not easy to get into the quarter-final stage of this competition, but for a team to extricate themselves successfully is even harder. We demand 2 wins before they can secure a place in the semi-finals. And so far, the teams from the universities of Durham and Bristol have 1 win behind them. Whichever team wins tonight will match them, but when the losers play again, they must win if they're to remain in contention. Now, for the team from Manchester University, the story so far is of a victory over the University of East London by a narrow margin of 155 points to 135, and then a more comfortable defeat of Hertford College Oxford by 185 to 115 points in round 2. With an accumulated score, therefore, of 340 points and with an average age of 26, let's meet the Manchester team again.
Hi, I'm Alexander Antal. I'm from Tinkford and I live in Glossop, and I'm studying for a PhD in mathematical logic.
Hi, my name's Georgia Lynott. I'm originally from Burnley and I'm studying for a PhD in applied maths.
This is their captain.
Hello, I'm James Ross. I'm from Coventry and I'm studying for a Masters in Classics and Ancient History.
Hello, I'm Joe Hanson. I'm from Gravesend in Kent and I'm studying for a PhD in Data Intensive Science.
The team from Edinburgh University can tell tales of their daring-do in seeing off Sydney Sussex College Cambridge by 210 points to 75 in round 1, followed by a closer win over UCL by 180 to 160 points in round 2. On an accumulated total of 390 and with an average age of 23, let's meet the Edinburgh team again.
Hi, I'm Matt Booth. I'm from Bristol and I'm studying for a PhD in mathematics.
Hello, my name is Marco Maruza. I come from Monfalcone, Italy, and I'm studying for a degree in economics and politics.
And here's their captain.
Hi, I'm Max Fitzjames. I'm from Burgundy in France, and I'm doing a PhD in cell biology.
Hello, I'm Robbie Campbell-Hewson. I'm from Edinburgh, and I'm studying maths.
Let's not waste any time reciting the rules. Fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. Which 8-letter name links the first president of Mexico, the most southerly state of the Australian mainland, the Roman equivalent of the goddess...
Edinburgh Campbell-Hewson.
Victoria.
Victoria is correct. Well done. So you get the first set of bonuses then, Edinburgh. They're on an Asian capital. Firstly, for 5 points, originally built within circular walls, which city was founded in 762 by Al-Mansur, the second Abbasid caliph, on a site near the ancient cities of Babylon and Tisiphon?
Baghdad, I presume. Yeah, sounds good. Baghdad?
Correct. A grandson of Al-Mansur, which caliph is immortalised in the 1001 Nights on account of the wealth and luxury of his empire. He moved his imperial court from Baghdad to Raqqa.
Harun al-Rashid.
Correct. After being conquered by Suleiman I in 1534, Baghdad remained primarily under the rule of which empire until World War I?
Yeah. Ottoman Empire.
Correct. 10 points for this. The Man-2 test is widely used...
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Tuberculosis.
Correct. You get a set of bonuses this time on a British publishing house. Published in 1940, Bunnikin's Picnic Party was the first in a series of pocket-sized hardback books produced by which prolific publishing company?
Ladybird. Okay. Ladybird.
Correct. In Lady Bird's Adventures from History series, which monarch was introduced as probably the worst king ever to occupy the throne of England? He tried to deceive everybody and was trusted by none.
John's pretty bad.
John sounds really Richard III.
I'd go John.
You go John? John.
King John is correct. In 1981, what event was celebrated by Lady Bird in a souvenir book produced by the company in just 5 days? It went on to sell 1.5 million copies.
Presumably something to do with the royals?
John Diana, maybe. No. Well, you thought they'd have...
A little bit earlier,
Yeah, go with it.
Yeah.
No, they got married in 1981.
Okay. The marriage of Charles and Diana?
That's correct, yes. 10 points for this starter question. A part of the original manuscript of which novel was discovered in a trunk in Los Angeles in 1991?
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Ghost of a Watchman?
I'm afraid you lose 5 points. In a trunk in Los Angeles in 1991. Written more than 100 years earlier, its characters include Miss Watson and the widow Douglas. I'll tell you. It's The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. 10 points for this. After the English physicist who introduced it in 1884, what two-word term denotes a quantity describing the magnitude and direction of the flow of energy in electromagnetic waves?
Manchester Hanson.
Pointing vector?
Correct. These bonuses are on the 17th century physician Thomas Sydenham, known as the English Hippocrates. Firstly, for 5, in 1683, Sydenham published a noted treatise that concerns dropsy and which painful form of arthritis, known as podagra, in the title of its first Latin edition.
Rheumatoid arthritis?
No, it's gout. Which English philosopher mentioned Sydenham alongside Huygens and Newton in the preface to his 1689 essay concerning human understanding?
Locke. Said English.
Yes. Locke.
Locke is correct. Sydenham dedicated his first medical treatise to which Irish-born natural philosopher? A law concerning gas pressures is named after him.
Boyle?
Yes.
Boyle?
Boyle is right. 10 points for this. Which prominent figure was the only son of the Englishwoman Sophia Kingdom and her French husband? The man in question was born in Portsmouth in 1806. I'll tell you.
Edinburgh Maluzan.
Thomas Newcomen.
No, anyone like to buzz from Manchester? Quickly? No? It was Brunel, Isambard Kingdom Brunel. 10 points for this. Characterised by intertwining plants and abstract curvilinear motifs, what style of decoration was particularly...
Manchester Antar.
The arts and crafts movement.
No, you lose 5 points. Was particularly used in Europe from the Renaissance until the early 19th century in illuminated manuscripts, metalwork and pottery. It is chiefly associated with Islamic art.
Edinburgh Maluzan.
Geometric art?
No, it's arabesque or Moresque. 10 points for this. In the 2017 general election, the following people were elected as members of Parliament for constituencies in which ceremonial county of England? Trudy Harrison, Sue Heyman,
Edinburgh Campbell Hewson.
Cumbria.
Cumbria is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on nuclear models in physics, Edinburgh. According to the Shell model, nuclei possessing magic numbers of protons or neutrons are particularly stable. Which isotope is the first doubly magic nucleus?
Which isotope specifically? Yes, right. What's going to be... 2? I don't know. Yeah. Sure. I don't know. Helium-2?
No, it's helium-4.
Of course, it's 4 because I'm a proton.
Secondly, the semi-empirical mass formula with volume, surface, Coulomb, asymmetry and pairing energy terms is derived from which nuclear model proposed in the late 1920s?
Such as the Bohr model. Could be the plum pudding model. That seems plum pudding model is earlier. Bohr model? The Bohr model.
That's the liquid drop model. And finally, which Russian-born physicist first proposed the liquid drop model? He's also noted for popular science books, including the Mr. Tompkins series.
Russian 1920s. I'm not sure that I know. No. Max Planck.
No, it's George Gamow. Right, we're going to take a picture out for your picture starter. You'll see a city marked on a map. For 10 points, just give me its name.
Edinburgh Maluzan.
Is that Bruges?
It is Bruges, yes. The Visit Bruges website describes the city as the Venice of the North, an epithet applied to numerous cities, including Birmingham. Your bonuses are 3 more cities whose tourist websites claim the title the Venice of the North. 5 points for each one you can name. Firstly?
That is Bergen. Wait, is that a Bergen? Yeah, that's Bergen, definitely.
Yeah. Bergen.
It is Bergen, yes. Secondly, this state capital?
Is that Kiel?
Yeah, it's up that far. No, Lubbock's not a state capital, though, so I go for Kiel. Yeah. Or Schwerin. Kiel.
No, it's Schwerin.
Oh, sorry.
And finally?
St. Petersburg?
Yes, that is where that is. Yeah. St. Petersburg.
It is St. Petersburg, yes. 10 points for this. What are the alliterative names of the 2 major rival factions that were predominant in central and northern Italy during the
Manchester Ross.
The Guelphs and the Ghibellines?
Correct. Right, your bonuses are on the German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer. Schopenhauer saw the inner nature of existence as aimless, blind striving and was described by the English philosopher Frederick Copleston as the philosopher of what outlook in the title of a work of 1956?
Sorry. Outlook. Pessimism.
Correct. The starting point of Schopenhauer's metaphysics was the transcendental idealism put forward in a work of 1781 by which German philosopher?
Kant. Yeah, I think so. Kant.
Correct. Schopenhauer's philosophical pessimism led to his rejection of the post-Kantian and absolute idealism of which of his contemporaries, the author of the Phenomenology of Mind?
Sorry?
No.
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 What was the dates?
Who's Gottlieb Frege? Is it
Frege.
Is that? I think there's a contemporary. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Frege.
No, it's Hegel. 10 points for this. With alternative names containing the words Amen or church, what two-word term is given to the harmonic progression often found at the end of hymns, in which a subdominant chord is followed by a tonic chord?
Manchester Lynott.
Plagal cadence.
Plagial cadence is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on the director, Mary Harron. Harron's first film was a biopic of which radical feminist, the author of the Scum Manifesto? The film concludes with her failed assassination attempt on Andy Warhol.
Oh. Did it start with a Z or something? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, we've got nothing.
It's Valerie Solanas. Secondly, after several failed attempts by other directors, Harron brought which novel by Bret Easton Ellis to the screen in 2000? At her insistence, Christian Bale was cast in the lead role over the studio's choice of Leonardo DiCaprio.
American Psycho.
Correct. Often referred to as the Queen of Pin-Ups, which 1950s model was the subject of Harron's third film?
Bardo.
Bardot?
Come on.
Brigitte Bardot?
No, it's Betty Page. 10 points for this. Which celebration has its origins in the marriage in 1810 of the Saxon princess Therese to Crown Prince Ludwig of Bavaria? The celebration in question takes place annually.
Manchester Lynott.
Oktoberfest.
The Oktoberfest is right, yes. You get 3 bonuses on blood coagulation, Manchester. Activated once a blood vessel is cut, which non-nucleated blood cells undergo a morphological change by assuming an irregular shape and aggregate to form a plug?
Platelets.
Correct, or thrombocytes. The platelet plug is stabilised by strands of which insoluble protein, generated from a soluble precursor after prothrombin is converted to thrombin?
Is it fibrin?
I have no idea.
Something similar to that. It's not that.
Fibrin. Shall I say that? Fibrin.
Correct. Many clotting factors undergo a post-translational modification dependent on which vitamin, enabling them to bind calcium and participate in the clotting cascade.
Is this K?
K.
Yeah.
I was going to say K as well.
Vitamin K.
Correct. 10 points for this. Answer as soon as your name is called. In electronics, if 3 identical 6-ohm resistors are connected together to form a triangle, what is the equivalent resistance between any 2 corners?
Edinburgh Campbell Hewson.
12.
Anyone like to buzz for Manchester?
Manchester Antar.
3.5 ohms.
No, it's 4 ohms. Another starter question now. An ingredient in béarnaise sauce, which herb of the genus...
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Cilantro.
I'm afraid you must answer straight away in future, but you're wrong anyway. So you're going to lose 5 points, I'm afraid. From the genus Artemisia was first described by the Arabian botanist and physician Ibn el-Baytar, who called it dragon in Arabic.
Manchester Antar.
Tarragon.
Tarragon is correct. Manchester, these bonuses are on multiple gold medal winning athletes at the 2016 Olympics. The most successful female athlete at the Games, which teenage US swimmer won 1 silver and 4 golds, including a 200, 400 and 800 metres freestyle treble?
Sorry, we don't remember.
It was Katie Ledecky. What is the nationality of Danuta Kozak, the first woman kayaker to win 3 golds at the same games?
Could be. Well, it sounds like a Polish name.
Polish?
No, she was Hungarian. Which US gymnast won 4 golds and 1 bronze, making her only the 5th female gymnast to win 4 gold medals at the same games?
I can picture her. She's tiny.
Yeah, is it like Beale?
Beale, something like that.
Say that again?
Is it like Beale? Oh, I can't think.
I might just say that.
Yeah.
Beale?
No, nearly there. It's Simone Biles. Bad luck. Right, we're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of popular music. For 10 points, simply give me the name of the artist singing.
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry is correct. Now, No Particular Place to Go was one of the tracks played at the highest volume by the US Army outside the hiding place of the Panamanian dictator Manuel Noriega in 1989. Your music bonuses are 3 more of the songs they played in the hope of persuading Noriega to surrender. 5 points for each you can name. Firstly,
Yeah. Black Sabbath.
it is Black Sabbath's Iron Man. Well done. Secondly,
Yes, could be. Supreme. Or is it Harry from the Vandellas? It's one of them. Is it the Vandellas?
no, it was Martha and the Vandellas. You weren't precise enough. And finally,
Is that it's the 60s band? Yes, they did loads of those like. Yeah, so they sound not like this. I'm not. It's like it's not Casey and the Sunshine Band. Yeah. Casey and the Sunshine Band.
correct. Right, another starter question. Answer promptly, naming 2 3-digit integers whose final digit is the cube root of that integer.
Manchester and Town.
273 and 81. No.
Sorry, you're nearly there, but not quite. Not close enough.
Edinburgh Campbell Hewson.
125 and 216.
Correct, yes, 729 was the next one. Right, you get a set of bonuses on an artist this time, Edinburgh. Born in Mumbai in 1954, which British sculptor is the first living artist to have been given a major solo exhibition at the Royal Academy of Arts?
Anish Kapoor.
Correct. In 2016, in a deal regarded by some as controversial, Kapoor acquired the exclusive rights to the artistic use of a material said to be the blackest black ever created.
Vanta Black.
Vanta Black is correct. Designed for a 2011 exhibition at the Grand Palais in Paris, Kapoor's 35-metre-high inflatable PVC structure takes its title from which work by the 17th century philosopher Thomas Hobbes?
Oh yeah. Sure. Leviathan.
Correct. 10 points for this. In Shakespeare's Hamlet, who is the penultimate character to die? That is, shortly before Hamlet himself. The person in question states that he is avenging his father Polonius.
Manchester Ross.
Laertes.
Laertes is correct. Your bonuses this time are on fractions in binary notation. In each case, give the fractions in the base 10 system represented by the following binary equivalents. Firstly, binary fraction 0.1010101010 recurring.
Half plus an eighth plus and so on. So that's half times. So that's 2. I think it's 2.
2. Oh, right. 2?
No, it's 2/3. Secondly, binary fraction 0.001100110011 recurring.
So it's 3 over 32 times by 1 over 1 minus an eighth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 7 over. It's 7 over 334. I think.
Nominate Antal.
7 over 334.
No, it was 1/5. And finally, binary fraction 0.111 exactly.
What did you say? No, I think it's a lot bigger than that. I think it's. Yeah, I think it's.
Just
It's along.
Yeah.
4.
Well, this is fascinating, but we do need an answer.
Anything top.
32, I guess.
3 over 32.
Yeah,
3 over 32.
No, it's 7/8.
Oh, sorry.
10 points for this. Consider the US states that border Mexico from west to east. The 4 letters that begin their names spell what word, denoting sanctimonious...
Edinburgh Booth.
Kant.
Kant is correct, yes. California, Arizona, New Mexico and Texas. You get a set of bonuses on literary references in Jane Austen's Northanger Abbey. Firstly, in Northanger Abbey, Catherine Morland is much influenced by The Mysteries of Udolpho, a Gothic novel of 1794 by which writer?
Yeah, it's not Anne Radcliffe.
Oh, okay. Anne Radcliffe.
Anne Radcliffe is right. Described by Isabella Thorpe as an amazing, horrid book, Sir Charles Grandison is a novel of 1754 by which author?
Charles Grandison. I do not.
54.
It's not Defoe, is it? It's a bit like
Could be like Stern. When was he writing?
No, I don't know. I've definitely heard this.
You said Defoe earlier.
I
No,
think it's
too
too early.
late for Defoe. Too early.
Samuel Richardson. I think.
Come on, let's have an answer.
Samuel Richardson.
Correct. John Thorpe remarks that the only tolerably decent novel since Fielding's Tom Jones is The Monk. By which writer?
It's just Grey, I think. Something Grey or something. Something. It's a very normal one.
I don't know. I haven't heard.
I heard it when it comes to...
Grey.
No, it's Matthew Lewis. Right, we're going to take another picture round. For your picture starter, you'll see a stamp commemorating a poet. 10 points if you can give me the poet's name.
Edinburgh Booth.
Walt Whitman.
It is Walt Whitman, yes. That stamp was issued by the US Postal Service as part of their famous American series of 1940. Your picture bonuses are 3 more stamps from that collection. 5 points for each person you can name. Firstly...
Is that like Pershing? What did Pershing look like?
It's 1940.
Just Great Americans, right?
It could be. He looks quite a good job.
Good try from some description.
Could try Pershing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Pershing.
No, it's John Philip Sousa. Secondly...
That's not Douglas, right? Because he has different vibes.
No, is it Langston Hughes or something?
What about
Is that? Is it the boy?
Denzel?
What are you thinking, Du Bois?
I think it might be Du Bois. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nominate Booth.
W.B. Du Bois.
No, it's Booker T. Washington, the first African-American to appear on a US stamp. And finally...
I see, I know her. She is the one
What
with
is
the...
it? Stanton or?
No, she's
Or what's the female?
something. Seneca Falls.
Yeah, I'm thinking of her as well.
What's her name?
Susan B. Anthony?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Susan B. Anthony.
No, it's Louisa May Alcott.
Okay.
10 points for this. Trung Trac and Trung Ni were sisters who led...
Manchester Antal.
Vietnam.
Vietnam is correct, yes. These bonuses are on volcanic activity in the solar system, Manchester. A 300-kilometre high eruption plume from the volcano Pele was observed in 1979 on which moon of Jupiter?
Io.
Correct. What mountain range on Mars is formed of 3 extinct volcanoes, including Arzia Mons and Pavonis Mons?
Mountain range on Mars. Anything? I don't know, sorry. Mountain range, I don't know. Do we have anything?
No.
No, sorry, we don't know.
That's Tharsis. And finally, active cryovolcanism has been seen on Saturn's moon, Enceladus. And which moon of Neptune?
Triton's the biggest
Yeah.
moon of Neptune. So
Triton.
Triton is correct. 10 points for this. Which Academy Award category was won in the 1950s by Helen Rose, Ori Kelly, Cecil Beaton and Edith Head?
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Best Supporting Actress.
No? Anyone like to buzz from Manchester?
Manchester Antal.
Cinematography.
No, it's costume design. 10 points for this. Dating from the 19th century, the term Pteridomania refers to a passion for which plants they generally display roots and leaves, but not true seeds or flowers.
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Ivy.
Anyone like to buzz from Manchester?
Manchester Lynott.
Succulents.
No, it's ferns. 10 points for this. Which 1950 film by Akira Kurosawa is set around the dilapidated southern gate of the city of Kyoto? It presents the same events.
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Rashomon.
Rashomon is correct, yes. These bonuses are on Nazi Germany, Edinburgh. The Reich Concordat of 1933, which sought to limit the influence of the Catholic Church, was signed by which future pope, born Eugenio Pacelli?
He's Pius the 12th.
Is it?
Pius XII.
Correct. The Munich Agreement of 1938 between Germany, Great Britain, France and Italy permitted the German annexation of which region in western Czechoslovakia?
The Sudetenland.
Correct. And finally, the 1939 pact formalising the alliance between Germany and Italy is known by what informal name after a metal alloy?
Yeah. Pact of Steel.
Pact of Steel is correct. 10 points for this. During the 1680s, which seven-letter word was coined to describe the large numbers of French Huguenots who'd begun to enter England?
Edinburgh Booth.
Lollard.
Anyone want to buzz from Manchester?
Manchester Town.
Refugee.
Refugee is correct, yes. These bonuses are on a name, Manchester. Known by his pseudonym Q, which Cornish writer was the first editor of the Oxford Book of English Verse?
Nominate Antel.
Arthur Killicoosh.
Correct. A notable work of 1880 by the Scottish painter William Quiller Orchardson depicts Napoleon Bonaparte on board which ship of the Royal Navy to which he surrendered in July 1815?
HMS Victory. HMS Victory.
No, it was HMS Bellerophon. Billy Ruffian, as they called it. And at the gong, Manchester University have 130, but Edinburgh have 170. Well, congratulations to you, Edinburgh. Manchester, you're going to have to come back again. You're going to have to win next time, and I think win after that. Do you understand the rules better than I do, I imagine? But you're going to have to win twice more to go through to the semi-finals. But it was a good performance from you. Edinburgh, congratulations. You've only got to come back once. If you win that time, then you go through to the semi-finals. I hope you can join us next time for another quarter-final match. But until then, it's goodbye from Manchester University.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Edinburgh University.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.